Hello everybody, my name's Julie and I'm going to show you how to make a wreath this afternoon. Here's some I've already made. This is the first one I did, so it was an experiment. I made these flowers but they were very difficult to do, so I'm not going to show you those, and it's just a stuck on butterfly. This one's really pretty. This was just butterflies that were already made and flowers that I brought from Hobbycraft, and you just stick them on. I think it looks really nice. And then I've got this one, and this is the one I'm going to show you how to make this afternoon. Okay, so the first thing you need is a ring. These are polystyrene. You can get them from Hobbycraft or the range, anywhere like that, and they're about £1. And you need some wool. So to start off with, you're going to tie your wool onto your ring fairly tight to start with. So once you've tied it in a knot, you cut off the excess wool, and then you hold the wool at the back where you've got your knot, and you start to wind it on. You've got to get it close to the first piece of wool that you've got, so there's no gaps. So I'll show you a few times how to do it. So as you can see, you just wind it round, push your wool through. Now when you're doing this, you need to make sure that your wool is enough to cover the whole of the ring. You don't really want to have to tie any more wool on. So see, it's tight, and you just wind it round, keeping it all together. Okay, so you can see that's what you do with your wool. So you carry on all the way round until you get to this point. So this is where I'm going to finish it off, and this is where it gets just a little bit trickier, because you do have to go over some that you've done already. So you get to the point and you just carry on feeding it through, and there's going to be some overlap, so just keep it as tight as you can around your ring to fill in all of the gap. This one's a very fine wool, so it has taken me a little bit longer to do, and it is a little bit more tricky to make sure you cover the whole of the ring. So this is where I'm just going to start to overlap now. So that's it, the ring is all covered now. I'm just going to go through one more time. Now when you're going to finish, you need to make sure you finish on the same side that you started. So your knot is going to be the same side for both of them. And you just tie a knot in. Don't worry too much if it's not that tight. It'll tighten up when you glue your decorations on. And you just cut off the extra, and there, that's our wreath now ready to decorate. When you're going to decorate, put your decorations over where you've overlapped it, and then you won't be able to see where it's just a little bit different. So for this one, I'm going to decorate it with some pink buttons and some sequins, but the one I'm going to do now is the brown one, because I've got that ready. So as I said, this is where my overlap is, so I'm going to use this first. So To decorate this wreath, I'm going to use some flowers that are already cut out and some butterflies. So I've got my glue gun ready. And I am going to use the 2 different colours. So, 2 of those and 1 of those. And I need 3 buttons to go in the middle. So I've got 3 identical pink buttons. Okay, so you do the opposite colour, so you've got a light big flower and a darker small flower, and you just put a little bit of glue. If you are using the glue gun, be careful, they do get very hot. And we stick them together like that, and then we're going to add our buttons. So we want the buttons to be at the centre of your flower. So that's what our flowers look like. So I'm just going to do the other 2. If you don't have a glue gun, you can use PVA, which might be easier. So, there we have 3 flowers, and now we're going to stick them onto the wreath. So where we've got the join, I'm going to put the centre flower, and it will hide the join. And then I'm going to do the 2 either side. Make sure they're evenly spaced. Okay, so there's our flowers, and I'm now going to put on the butterfly. So I'm going to have a brown butterfly this time, and again where the little hole is, I'm just going to put some glue. I'm going to put him on there. Now the last thing you need to do is to put something to hang your wreath up with. So I've got some wool that's the same as that I've used. You don't need very much. And we're going to just make a loop by tying a knot. So you make sure your knot is tight. Cut off the end bits, and we're going to glue it onto our wreath. So you want it to be central to where the first flower was. I'm going to just put that on there like that, and then just to secure it, I've got some brown felt to go over the top. Make sure it's not going to come off. And there we have it. I'm not going to hold it by the loop yet because it's still drying, but there we have our wreath with flowers on.